can aid, but finials I've been practicing in finials because they you go through a lot of wood.
Yeah.
But actually in that case, I only lost, out of those 3, I only lost 1 finial. And that was only a stupid mistake that I made knowing better. I went back, you never go back, and I went back. And,
Against the grain.
Well, no, and I learned.
Oh, once you get it too skinny, you don't go back.
Yeah, I used to try to turn it here to there, and you don't. You start here, you go to here, you sand this and finish it, you go to here, sand. So this is still a solid block or cylinder, and you work it down because by the time you get to here, this is no longer spinning, it's doing this. So you can't go back. So on that top, that other one, that one right there, I didn't like the taper, and I thought I'd go back, and of course that little tip went flying across the room. So that's been my practice, is get these finials to, you know, start off this big around, and instead of starting it from here to there, you start here and you work sand, work sand, work sand, and now you're still at a solid core here. Once you get that down, then they start.
And why are they black?
Only, I just wanted a change on this one so it would enhance. I was going to actually do the base on that black too.
Is the wood black?
Hmm?
Is the wood black?
No. This is actually out of your cylinder.
Okay.
That's the
so
beach.
the wood is white, but you
Yeah,
painted it or stained it or something.
The
right?
one piece on the tip of that one, that's actually mahogany.
Okay.
And
so you can use India ink, by the way.
yeah, they're only black because I wanted to enhance the egg. I didn't want to bring emphasis on the finials as much as I wanted to bring an emphasis. Well, come on, just on this here. I just wanted that to be, and I had that piece that had very little spalting in it. I didn't want it all spalted. I just found it, and with that, I was hoping it would. I thought it was going to be more than that, and as I turned it down, I really liked it even more because it had just that little piece, just to enhance it. So it was a challenge. I did it for my own challenge of how, you know, and then getting the egg. I turned the beach, and then getting it to fit properly. You just keep turning and playing, and that's.
I like the result.
You know,
really nice. I think this finial really adds to this piece too, very
Is the
nicely.
finial on the egg?
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Is the finial on the egg, that's where it's attached to the egg, it looks like, did you flatten the top of that egg? Like,
I did.
okay.
It's tapered just enough so that it would sit, well, so it wouldn't be
Right.
crooked. But yes, it's not 100% flat. It's just got a little notch that fit this.
Yeah.
So when I set that on, it wouldn't go crooked.
And you can also, on the portion of the egg he's holding, the white portion, you also, when you're turning that, you can drill a tiny hole in the top of it, very shallow. And on the end of the finial, you can leave a little lump sticking out so that it indexes.
This one goes all the way.
It centers the work and it reinforces the glue
There's
joint.
a quarter-inch plug, so when I dropped it in, but I still will always do a slight.
So you can make a tongue and groove fit of finials into boxes.
No, this one's,
But you have to have enough thickness of the box.
And that's just finished with CA glue.
okay.
The egg itself is just
Super
CA
glue.
Super glue.
So you guys just rub it on, or what do you do?
While it's spinning.
While it's spinning, you just
Yeah.
like drop it on?
Yeah.
Sure you're gonna bask on it.
That's all
And
just CA.
does it like fly off?
You wiped it on?
No,
It tends not to fly off.
You're not
because you
spinning
put-
it fast, you're just turning it.
Okay.
It's not spinning, turning,
Oh,
I
you're
should
turning,
say
you're
turning.
hand turning.
You don't
It's
have-
turning slow,
Otherwise you get that in
Okay.
glasses.
and it's just a paper towel, and it's just go down once, flip your paper towel, dab a little bit more, go back, go down again. Do
It
that.
doesn't dry so fast that,
It dries that fast.
Oh.
Yeah, if you put too much on, it'll create a line.
If you do it, you have it all over your glasses and that doesn't come off very good.
Well, you spin it in
You
too
spin it too
fast.
fast.
that's a tip.
Steve showed a piece last time where he actually wiped it on. He just used some
off the lathe. just
toilet
wipe it on.
paper, just wiped it on.
It'd go real fast and it
You
makes
just-
a beautiful finish.
Um,
Yeah.
and, yeah,
But
these
it
are,
sure is stinky.
yeah.
You wanna
this
do it
is-
outside.
This
It's
is,
really,
that's
really
just
cute.
CA. That's just a, I'm very happy with it. I find I need CA in the shop anyway, and I find every time I go back to something else, whether it's the Watco or any of, they're always half hard and dry, and it's like, why am I buying all these? They're hardening up when I always have CA and I go through it like Jim does by the gallon, it seems like.
The start of,
By the quart.
I'd
the
buy it.
start of CA finishes had its roots in pen making. Because if you put any other finish on an ink pen, a rosewood ink pen in particular, the acid from your hands, from the sweat on your hands, usually degrades that finish pretty fast. And rosewoods are beautiful pens, but they're oily wood, and most finishes don't stick very well to oily woods. So the CA does, and it's unaffected, it's plastic, it's unaffected by the acid of your hands, your sweat. And so the pen makers had good success with CA. And it's spinning at 4,000 or so, making pens, you spin it real fast. So it dries and you can lay on coat after coat, have your pens come out just looking like an automotive finish.
Yeah.
I will add one thing to what Sam had to say, hope you don't mind me butting in. These finials, the whole thing of finials was brought to the forefront by a female turner, Cindy Drozda is her name. And if you look her up, she gives seminars all over the country at all these symposias on turning finials. She's very, very good at it.
Yeah. She's that little petite
Little thing.
Yeah, little
And,
petite little
but
thing.
she's got that
I've watched
very
her.
smooth,
many a times.
you know, hand movements, and she's does just beautiful, and she uses African blackwood for the
What's
most
her
part.
last name?
Drozda.
Drozda.
She's got a
D-R-O-Z-D-A.
nice YouTube, so.
She does classes and she has her own little business set up. She sells lights that are really handy. You can move them the magnets on them, move them all over your.
She's
lathe.
sort of the finial champion of the turning world.
She is
Yeah.
unbelievable.
But she, was she with Nittman? Is that, am I getting that right?
They were a pair.
And Nittman is the one that did the baskets, the basket weaving look, like that piece there. So the two, and he often would turn these little beautiful forms, and she'd turn a finial for him. They did collaborative work.